He is ready to battle. His team will be too.
Will Deuce-Spann get a chance at a return? He will not. Miami won the toss and deferred, so Pitt starts with the football. Had a 201-yard performance at tailback last week against Georgia Tech. A true freshman to his right. Heintschel back to throw. The pass rush already making its presence known. Ahmmon Richards. Four-man rush on third down. Heintschel forced to shut it down. Lucy Turner. He goes backwards. And Pitt will be punting from the goal line. Daniels in motion. Here comes the blitz. Under pressure is back. Avoids a sack down. Now he stumbles and goes down at the 37. Isaiah Neal blasted up the middle. Four-man rush. Simulated pressure, and it gets home. Ruben Bain Jr. They stack him to the bottom of your screen. Instead, they hand it to Fletcher, and now the first negative of the drive for Pitt as Nick James and Isaiah Neal combine. And he will get Miami on the board. So the Hurricanes take the lead with 4.5 minutes to go in the first.
Of getting in his throwing lane.
Pitt leaving their offense on the field. Is this just a hard count, or will they snap the ball? They do. On 4th and 1 and up the middle. Getting grabbed around the waist and dragged back was Lucy Turner. Did he get there? Third down and 9, really third down and just about 10. Now hand it off to Jules Goff. Spin cycle, he's got the first down. And a big push to midfield.
And now Pitt's on the move.
And they go up tempo again. Blue Hicks, the intended receiver. He's got it! Down to the 11-yard line. And Goff capping. Losing the football at the mesh point was Heintschel. He jumps on top of it. So now they'll go empty. Twin receivers. Heintschel, swing pass, works to perfection. Justin Holmes walks in for a Pitt touchdown.
And then the touchdown to Justin Holmes. You're just going to see him leak out here into the flat, and no one goes with him at all. Miscommunication in the secondary for the Miami Hurricanes. They just turn loose the tight end as they find themselves down 7-3.
Returnable kick. Marion inside the 5. Finds a crease. Keelan Marion nearly broke it.
And he is taking control on this drive.
Play action. Hole shot to the sideline. Oh, what a one-handed catch. Did he hold on? Malachi Toney. He did. Here's Malachi Toney to take the direct snap again. He's going to roll out. He's going to throw it. Easy pitch and catch, touchdown to Elija Lofton. Malachi Toney does it again. And that one might have been the easiest throw he's made this year.
His job of Elija Lofton, just watch how he just kind of floats and floats and floats until the secondary declares, and then he takes off upfield. He's trying to sell the run until the secondary defenders draw up towards the line of scrimmage. You see it right there. And then he just kind of avoids. One of those dynamic big men up front that can really make life difficult.
Heintschel. Shot down the middle of the field and a sliding catch made by Poppy Williams. If he could have caught it in stride. Four-man rush. Bullet to the sideline. Diving catch made. Is the catch given? It is. Poppy Williams stretched out. Blitz coming. Heintschel. Pocket collapses. Another sack for Miami. Ruben Bain got there. Ahmmon Richards arrived as well. In terms of scoring and total yards in America, not quite that good this season. But Beck on a rollout has been very efficient. It's Bowman, the tight end. Dragging tacklers down to the doorstep of the red zone. Malachi Toney and Mark Fletcher flanking Carson Beck in the backfield. Beck. He's going to float one for Toney. Touchdown. 22-yard score.
You just have to be aware of maybe the route combinations that you get. And you see Kyle Lewis just kind of loosening his alignment, trying to make sure he maintains leverage.
Another Miami blitz. Heintschel from the blind side, can't escape. And now I would think Miami might call timeout. Why wouldn't you if you're Mario Cristobal as Heintschel gets up with a limp?
They've got to try and limit the damage here any way possible.
They'll give it to Boosie Turner. And he'll at least get them some field position, but now Mario Cristobal will call his final timeout. Basically the top of the ACC statistical columns passing since Shamar Brown. Miami going to play it conservatively here without field position on their side. They average only giving up about 92.5 yards per game, but this is a monster Miami offensive line. Instead they slip a little tight end pass to Alex Bauman. He's up the seam and he runs all the way inside the 30. That catch and run for Bauman went for 33 yards, and the Canes in business. Beck, blindside on the blitz. That is exactly the negative that the Pitt defense needed. Rashad Battle came untouched. 3rd down and goal for the Canes. Fletcher right up the gut, spinning at the goal line. Does he break the plane? Yes, he does for a Canes touchdown. And Miami a point after away from a 3-score lead.
This is just pure power football. Mark Fletcher, 225 plus pounds, and you can see
it's been a while. First down run and a loss of a yard for Boosie Turner. Justin Scott, the 6th tackle for loss today. And should that win over Notre Dame count for more than the committee has said it counts for to this point? There goes Pringle, the true freshman down the sideline. Girard Pringle, a check play in the run game for the Canes. And they're back in business again. Malachi Toney lines up again to take the direct snap. Shamar Brown to his right. Straight run to the corner. Turns the corner. Malachi Toney, 1st and goal Canes as he cruises out of bounds at the 4. So a break for Pitt, at least for now. Shamar Brown, gang tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So now it's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 9. Rasheem Biles arrived first for Pitt.
They've had multiple interceptions in 3 straight games this season. They got to find a way to come up with something here again.
Toney in motion. Beck looks end zone. Instead flips it to a wide open Shamar Brown for a walk-in score for Miami.
You're just going to see Shamar Brown here. He's just going to leak right out here into the flat. You're going to see 2 underneath droppers. You're going to see a safety drop down here in the box as well. So basically just playing 3 deep, 2 under. And they just lose track of him. It's easy, just walk in. And they beat them. Right, and these are the kind of games that matter when you start having that discussion too.
Heintschel finds C.J. Lee running free. Lee's down the sideline. Pringle brought down for a 1-yard loss.
Play their very best football that they can possibly play and let the other decision makers arrive at the conclusion they're going to arrive at.
That punt right down to the pylon and kept out of the end zone.
I'm going to be sitting right here on this desk in a couple of months, having a lot of fun doing it.
Underthrown. It looked like Carson Beck wanted to pull that one back, and Cruz Brookins scoops up an interception. And as long as you are in the top 10, you're going to get one of those at-large bids. Play action for Beck. He's going to take a shot for C.J. Daniels into the end zone. Oh, he caught it for a touchdown. With a defender right in his face, C.J. Daniels adds to the Miami lead.
He topped off the game last week with the touchdown pass to Malachi Toney. This is a heck of an individual effort by C.J. Daniels.
Wow.
I mean, it's nice for them to have him back. He had missed a few games due to injury. He started off the season with that fantastic one-hand catch against Notre Dame. And there you see them sitting at the number 12 team in the country, and they can't even make their own conference championship game.
Heintschel is intercepted. Bryce Fitzgerald.
This football team right here that we have now seen for the third time this season, in my opinion, it should be one of them.